Mr. Electrician Guy. So, Mark had a little thing that he got through today. He overcame a hurdle. And the hurdle was the fact that, and a couple episodes ago, Kern was saying, oh, one of these was a bad breaker or bad slot or whatever, but what they found out was actually the main breaker was the problem. Mark swapped out the main breaker at the main power pole. I'll walk over there in a sec. And he did it. He's so proud of himself. Look how proud he is. See? See how proud he is?
Very, very happy.
Yeah, very happy. That's one thing that's done. So, moral of the story is, if you want to buy a mobile home on a piece of property that's sold as is and is easily 50 years old, probably 60, and is full of problems, yeah, just be prepared to have to fix a lot of stuff. And that's the moral.
YouTube member.
That's the moral of this story.
Oh, I actually like. I like
Yeah, Mark's a sadistic fella.
I like fixing things.
He does. He's a tinkerer, just like the little guy. Yeah, we'll just come back later tonight and we'll flick some stuff on. Since we're now rocking officially 220, right? Out of both, what's the jargon?
220. So this red was not carrying a load, so like it was 20 amps, or not 20 amps, 20 volts.
Mm-hmm.
And then this was 120.
Mm.
And that breaker that I broke, you know.
He broke the breaker?
Yeah. Do you want to see them?
Yeah. Oh, look at this. Hoo-wee.
So there's that bad one that I broke.
Okay, so you put it in the blank spot. Okay.
This one was right here.
Yep. But see, now this one,
it's perfectly fine.
perfectly fine. Looking great.
Looks like the other
Didn't you buy a new one or no?
No, I looked at buying a new one.
How much were they?
$300.
For one of these main breakers? $300.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah, and they're very hard to find new.
Yeah.
So they're like almost like
Refurbished. Yeah. Oof.
So it's like a few weeks.
That's awesome. So, you know, living up in the mountains. It's a lot of crap you got to deal with here. Cool.
Add this whole thing on.
Awesome.
120.2, so that's good.
Okay.
And then 120.2. Perfect.
Cool. All right. Ooh, I've been waiting for this. It's probably a little too light to see these, but looks good. Those lights are nice. They're far too nice for this ugly ass trailer, but hey, we aim to please. All right. Well, let there be light, right? Turn it on again? Okay, so that's on. Turn it off? Okay, perfect. Now, if we could just do something about the actual trailer. Right?
Rome wasn't built in a day.
It wasn't. This is definitely not Rome, that's for sure.
You're talking about USB ports, dimmers, LED lights, dishwasher.
Mark installed the bathroom fan. We're really upgrading this baby. It's gonna be great. Wow, 57 degrees at about 8 a.m. But it's an exciting day because we're actually gonna do something that's gonna have some visual impact. And I can't wait to show you. Definitely a haze in the air. It's August and it's fire season. Kern and Mark built a swing yesterday. Today's gonna be a fun day. Like I said. Okay. Whew, chilly in here. Mark can't hear a word I'm saying. He's got his headphones on. We're doing electrical inventory. So Mark's gonna be working on some wiring. And I'm gonna have a fun little project today. That's right, you guessed it. We're gonna be installing some luxury vinyl plank, or LVP for short, into the trailer. Okay, so first things first. What did we purchase? The 100% waterproof rigid core flooring with pre-attached underlayment. We spent a little bit extra money, like, it wasn't even $2 a square foot, but the stuff with the underlayment, it has the click and lock, so it's going to be much easier, and we don't have to deal with all that glue, BS, and blah, 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 which is going to be nice. It's going to be softer underfoot, and yeah, waterproof, great. So if I hadn't told you before, I'm telling you now, this trailer is not permanent. This is a temporary habitation situation for us until we can afford to build a real wonderful big house. So everything we're doing, we're trying to be considerate of budget and materials and whatnot. So yeah, it's not awesome that we're using a PVC product. It would be nice to use a natural product, but it is what it is. So we're hoping, it's waterproof, and hopefully this is going to last for a while. Pretty much prepped and ready here, so use this baby to clean the floor. The goal here for me is to do Kern's room today. Just kind of wanted to lay the planks out, see how they lay out. You're supposed to leave the planks in the room to adjust to the ambient temperature for 48 hours. The temperature here in Mammoth fluctuates by 40 degrees, including in this trailer because it's not insulated. So we're just going for it. We're going to see how much it expands. We're going to leave 5/16 gap around the edge. Got some shims here ready to go to use those for that. And just went through with the multi-tool. We notched out of the wood the height of the plank so it can fit underneath. And one thing you're supposed to do is level the entire floor, but that's just not going to happen. The walls here are really wonky and the floor is really wavy. So we're dealing with what we have without, we would drive ourselves crazy if we spent all this time trying to level everything out. So we're just going to go for it and just see how it goes. All right. So, I just went ahead and scored the wood and I staggered it. I know the light is terrible right now. It's really hard to see. So essentially I staggered the wood in different lengths. I chose 3 separate lengths and, yeah, I'm going to try to click and lock them together and let's see how it goes. Okay, super long story. It's kind of midweek. It's in the evening. So basically what ended up happening was I got really far in the floor. I actually did all of Kern's room and it was looking actually really good, but I don't even know how to explain it. It didn't work. So took it all up, put it all back in a pile, and now I'm starting over. And what I did realize, essentially, long story short, was that I did the whole room and then I left it and I needed to go a little further. And then what ended up happening was I found that you had to tap each piece in individually and realized that that was just a complete, utter nightmare. I'm going to go lengthwise all the way down, do the entire floor, and then keep going in rows. All right? So this is what it looks like. All right, so yesterday I made it this far. Actually, I take that back. I did the entire trailer, 2 rows, and that didn't work. So then I went back and I just redid it with just this. I'm been playing with which way the tongue and groove goes, and it's just any which way I do it. I mean, ultimately I've come to the conclusion that because the floor is so uneven that it's just not working. So today I'm going to try a whole new approach. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to try horizontal tongue and groove. Attempt number 4. Here we go. This is yesterday. Finally had some success with putting the floor in. So I'm really happy with how it's coming out. So as it turns out, the successful technique is to, in this case, is to put it in horizontally, tongue facing forward towards me, only because the walls are so like wonky that going vertically the long ways was just a complete disaster. And no matter which way I tried, I tried flipping the tongue and groove. I tried it a couple different ways. It did not work. 4 attempts. On the 4th one, it is the charm. So I'm going to continue. Today's Friday. Ooh, it's a warm Saturday morning. Notice anything missing? Remember that huge Zeppelin propane tank? Not there anymore. I know mostly everything on this property is pretty ugly, but that hideously ugly propane meter that was right here, gone. And let's take a look inside, shall we? Oh, hey. Wow, wow, wee, wow. Look at this floor. Still squeaks. Guessing he's probably gonna finish up testing all the pendants. That's what we've been doing. Oh, look at that. I didn't even notice you guys right there. Ooh. So these are gonna be the pendants that are gonna be over the island. That is considered a working test. Boom. Oh, and as for the flooring, gonna get back to it. We are at the Labor Day weekend. I've done a third. So the goal is to get another third today and then a third tomorrow. So that maybe on Monday we can do something for real. So on this Labor Day weekend, everyone in the family is involved, okay? So Mark's working on finishing up the lighting. We're just testing and hanging and figuring out what lengths we like and what not. Curran is beading the pendant light. Yeah, so we ordered a bunch of beads on Amazon.
15, right?
Yeah.
That looks nice.
Yeah. On the internet, I was looking at Pinterest and I saw this pendant that I loved, and it was like $400 and it had beads on it. So then I was like, okay, I'm not going to buy a $400 lamp because I don't have $400 to buy a lamp. So I just like, we'll make our own. The pendant wiring and base came from Cost Plus World Market, along with the rattan shades, and the beads were an Amazon special. Okay, it's Saturday afternoon. I am exhausted and tired, and I've been at this all day, and I'm down to like literally the home stretch. And just like that, we are officially all floored in. Look at that. Ooh-wee. All right. So the floor's in. I know everyone's wondering, why in the world would you put the floor in before you're framing? But we have a method to the madness, and I know it's not traditional methodology, but there's a lot going on with this trailer that's just kind of funky. So, ticking the box. We're ticking that box.